Hello, welcome to the May edition of Theme Park. This month we will have the opportunity to know more about this amazing project envisioned by Heather Wick Studios, designed and built by Bellapart, the wool bedding glass house. Hi team, which were the challenges you faced during the project in each of your fields?
Its main feature was also its main challenge, which is movement. Movement in structural engineering means two different things. It means having several models and having to perform a fatigue assessment. The several models that we used were instrumental for having the resistance check, the deflection check and the stability check. And with these models we use its loading to perform the fatigue assessment in the nodes and all the details of the structure by using very detailed finite elements models, which allow us to better know all the concentration spots for stresses, which is a very important thing under fatigue loading.
Integrate all the elements to ensure the movement, safety and waterproofing, keeping the architectural essence was the main challenge in terms of design. This piece of foam is located at the top part of each sepal in order to ensure the waterproofing when all the sepals are closed.
As regards fabrication, we can highlight the strict quality inspection that were required in each phase to achieve the tolerances, the structural performance and the aesthetic requirements. Welds were certified with execution class 3 due to the fatigue loading, and tensile tests, or in the thickness direction, or Z tests, were performed to evaluate the mechanical properties of the steel, taking into account that it's a critical application with thick steel plates. We would also point out that the complex geometry made the accessibility to the welding points very difficult, and the high dimensional accuracy made the welding execution still more challenging. Lastly, the continuous full penetration welded joints created unexpected deformation that were needed to be carefully controlled and corrected if necessary.
The main challenge when designing the control system for the wool bedding glass house was prioritizing the users and public safety while having exposed driving mechanisms and allowing simple operation of the glass house. Another interesting need of the project was the classification of the building itself as a machine, and therefore they need to comply as well with building codes and regulations with the European Machinery Directive, which is very unusual for any kind of building.
One of the most important parts of the project was the Sepal installation. Every single piece of Sepal was delivered to the site in 3 sections. This was because it was not possible to transport to the site one full piece of Sepal in one standard regular transport. So basically, we assembled the Sepal on site, we installed all the glasses, we installed all the panels, and once the Sepal was completely finished on the ground floor, using a 300-ton capacity crane, we lift the Sepal from the assembling area to the top of the glass house building. Once the Sepal was in almost final position, we fixed the Sepal to the glass house using a temporary fixation system. This temporary fixation system allowed us to adjust the Sepal to final position. All the entire process was supervised by surveyor engineer in order to be sure that all the Sepals are properly installed.
Many thanks for your comments, team. They were very interesting and instructive. If you are curious to know more about this project, you can find more information in the Theme Park webpage. And Carl Hook will be with us in this month's huddle to answer your question. So, see you in the huddle.